Okay guys, so let's just continue with the next part of chapter 5, where we are going to talk on sales call reluctance. So as I mentioned just now, reluctant means where is an emotional hesitation to prospect and to self promote. That is call reluctance. So call reluctance means again is an emotional hesitation to prospect and to self promote. It means you doubt, okay, and you have that kind of maybe shyness, or you might feel doubted about yourself, that you have some emotional hesitation. You do not want to like pick up the call, and you do not want to call, or you might just feel, should I, shouldn't I. So that is sales call reluctance. Before we go into overcoming sales call reluctance, let's just look a little bit on what could cause this sales call reluctance. First of all, you see, we as a human being, we are always have this fear of rejection. We always have this fear or emotion where we are scared of rejections. We are scared, oh my god, how if the customer say no? Oh my god, how am I going to handle the customer if the customer disputes? Oh my god, how am I going to face this situation if the customer say that they are not interested with the product or with my services? So the fear, you have a natural fear of rejection. So every human being will have this. Okay, so when you have natural fear of rejection, you would not have the positive social interaction. Okay, because sometimes you fear that the customer will say no for you. So that is one cause of one of the cause of sales call the causes of sales call reluctance. The next cause of sales call reluctance could be you are not properly qualifying your leaders. Okay, you are not properly qualifying your leads. It means you don't really tap into the right target to call. Okay, you are not performing to first pre-qualify your leads. So go back to your selling process where you have to do your pre-qualifying. Okay, you have to pre-approach first before you really approach your customers. Okay, so you have to place yourself before your prospects. Okay, and you have to reinforce, you should not further reinforce any negative thoughts or feelings about your ability or about your self effectivity. Okay, so that is, before you do all this, you have to properly qualify your leads, because if you don't properly qualify your leads, you might be talking to the wrong potential customers who might just feel your solution is, or your solution doesn't fit them. Okay, so another cause of call reluctance could be you don't have enough practice. Okay, because as you gain your experience in selling, you could encounter many similar questions, concerns, or problems from your customers. So when you have more practice, when you have more calls, when you handle more calls of your customers, you will know what are the similar questions that customers would ask, and you will have the answer on hand already, and you will know normally what customers will be concerned about, and you will have the answer already to answer your customers. So in a way, you will be more confident to pick up the call and to just answer the call, because you know somehow you will be able to answer the customer, and somehow you will be able to handle the customer, because you already have enough practice of what's going to come. Okay, you will already know, you can already predict what exactly this customer going to ask, the same thing, the same concern. I already have the answer on my fingertips, so you will be very confident to answer the calls. So these are some of the causes of call reluctance. Now let us see how can you overcome your call reluctance. It means how can you overcome your hesitation to like pick up the call and just call and just dial and just get to the customer. How are you going to like come out from this fear? The first thing that you can look into is like using role plays and example videos. Using role play means normally in a sales environment you will do this with your buddies or with your senior sales representative, where you will do a role play here. You can be the customer or your senior salesperson can be the customer, where you do a role play of what are the possible questions customer can throw to you and how to handle the situation, how to handle the customer and how to answer the questions. Next, prospecting with sales people. Okay, so another way to overcome call reluctance is prospecting with sales people. So prospecting with sales people means where you try to do another kind of role play as well. Okay, where all of you will be in a team of sales people and you try to do a prospecting with your sales people as well. Okay, next, setting realistic goal. Okay, so overcoming call reluctance, another way is you should set a realistic goal. Calling a customer and you cannot expect the customer to pick up all the promotions that you are giving to them. So you must always set a realistic goal. So my goal today is to make sure that the customer understands what exactly our company's product is, what are the exact services that we are offering and how it can be beneficial to customer. So you must set your goal. Or my goal today is to close one sale. So that is a realistic goal. Don't set a goal. Let's say if you're in a if you're in a complex industry, in a complex business, but you expect to sell or to close about 100 sales per day, which is not realistic. So you must always set a realistic goal so that you can overcome your call reluctance. Okay, training salespeople to view prospecting as a number game. It means the more prospect you approach, the more or the closer you are to a yes. Okay, there is a there is a say, okay, goes as every no leads you to a yes. It means when you call, let's say if you call 10 prospects, all your 10 prospects might say no, 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 no for your product. So all this no can lead you to a yes, one yes. Maybe the 11th call could be a yes call for you. So the more prospect you meet, the more prospect you talk, the more or the closer you are to get your sales. So treat your prospect as a number game. Don't expect within the first call to get your sales done, which is normally rare to happen. Okay, supporting sales people in targeting long-term clients. Okay, so this is another way to overcome your call reluctance, is by supporting the salespeople in targeting long-term clients. It means like you support the salespeople. Okay, you could be a sales manager, so you can support your salespeople where you can actually get them to target a long-term client. What will happen when you target a long-term client? Your sales with them will go longer, because long-term clients normally they will repurchase. Okay, they will come back to your company, they will repurchase your item, you can even cross-sell to them. Okay, so these are some of the ways to overcome your call reluctance. Okay, next way that is not stated here but I can share to you, that always prepare yourself before you make a call. Okay, so this will help you very much in overcoming your call reluctance. How? Because when you recognize your purpose, when you know exactly what is your product and services is all about, you will be able to provide excellent service to your customer. You will be able to provide that right product to your customer. So when you know that, you will be more confident to talk to your customer. So even if your customer rejects you, even if your customer say no to your product, you will know how to handle the customer and how to bring back the customer's interest towards your product. Okay, so always prepare yourself before the sales call. So these are some of the ways to overcome sales reluctance. So I'm not going to go into the other parts, elements of pre-approach and all this, which is not very much important for you at this level. And do's and don'ts of sales representative, you can go through on your own. So let me just recap what I have actually taught you today. The first thing that we looked at was prospects. It means the examples or the definition of prospect. Okay, and then we looked at sources of prospect. Where can you get all these potential customers? And then we looked at steps in selling process. So there are about 7 steps in selling process, or steps in planning calls or planning the sales call, steps in planning the sales call. So about 7 steps we looked at. Okay, and then we looked at call reluctance. It means what is the meaning of call reluctance, the causes of call reluctance, and how can you overcome your call reluctance. So these are the important parts that you need to know under this topic. Okay, I hope you have clear understanding. And again, if you don't have any clear understanding, you need any further explanation on any of this part, always feel free to contact me, okay, to check with me on your doubts. Okay, that's it guys, see you all again, take care, bye bye, stay safe.